All right, welcome back. This is day 9, and today you have a tiny little package, and in it you have a sponge dauber. I love sponge daubers. They're a great way at applying color. They fit on your finger really easily. They have a very smooth and soft surface, so you get a nice even color. We're going to use a sponge dauber. And the other thing I forgot that you got yesterday was you actually got a piece of masking paper that was cut in half. So the masking paper has, it's an opportunity for you can die cut it, but it has a seam or a crease in the middle. So you can die cut it and then you can put it on top and you can do like a resist type thing, right? Where wherever you put it, you won't be putting color on your project. So I've actually gone ahead and for today, this is card number 5, I went ahead and I mask cut for you. This is part of the color and contour dies that go with it. And so I've already cut this for you. So you can peel this away, peel the excess away. And you're gonna wanna make sure that all these little pieces come out because we're actually gonna focus on these edges. So peel the back away and you'll kind of feel that. And these pieces sometimes get stuck on my fingers. All right, and then once we've got all of our little pieces away, I'm going to encourage you not to put this straight on your project. So you have a blank card, just a white card base in your kit, in your envelope mark number 5, and it's really sticky. So what I would do is I would just stick it to your shirt and have it pick up some of your fuzz, maybe stick it on there a couple of times. A little bit of lint helps the masking paper to not be so sticky, and it will actually help you get it off when it's time to peel it off. So we have our card base here. This is thick white card base. If you're making cards on white, I highly recommend that you guys buy the thick white. It'll just give you a better overall project, and your project will be able to, stand up really well. Like a thick white card base just doesn't flop around like a regular white. Our regular white is great for stamping, but it's not made to be a card base. All right, so those little pieces are gonna drive me crazy. All right, so we're going to put this on here. We're gonna center it as best we can. And then we're gonna get our sponge dauber and we're gonna put it on our finger and we're gonna pick up some color. And hopefully there's enough ink on our ink spot that we'll be able to pick up enough color. Luckily, Blackberry Bliss is a nice dark color. So, all right. So we're just going to sponge dauber all around the edges. And you can make it look really mottled. You could also come back and you could try going really smooth on here, right? So you can kind of choose how you want to put down the color. If you want a smooth kind of look, then you're going to want to make sure to kind of buff the color in. I might have started off a little too aggressive there, but that's okay. All right, and then once we've done all of our edges and we feel like we've got all the color we want, and we might want to, go a little darker in some spots. All right, then we're gonna lift this up. And once we lift this up, it's like we've created a frame on our sheet. Now, if you're really careful with this, you can reuse this frame. You could put it on a piece of parchment paper or cling wrap, and you can use it again. So just be really careful when you lift it up, and you can then use this piece again. So that's kind of fun. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside, And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create we're using this as kind of a frame. And so we're gonna put a piece of this paper on the inside. And so the piece that goes on the inside, I think, doesn't even match that. So I've cut a lot of these. So it's a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So let's get our cut out. So 4 1/2. That's good. I'll have a piece of that to use. By 3 1/4. Good. Alright, so we got that. There we go. And then we're gonna match it with a nice piece of vellum to go on top. So 3 1/4. Just trim a little bit off of that. And 4 1/2. Yep, just a little bit off of there. Okay. And then you guys have this nice label piece that's already die cut. And for this one, I was also doing You're Absolutely Amazing, only because I kind of saw this as like a graduation card or something like that. And so we can stamp here in the middle. And then this die, this is also in the contour die. It has like a channel that you can put ribbon through. And I thought this might be a fun opportunity to use our really pretty ribbon. So you can also use the ribbon to tie up your card set when you're done. So sometimes with a really fat ribbon like this, I like to just kind of fold it in half when I'm cutting my V's, and I find that that can cut a nice, you know, a nice V. So if you want to cut your V like that, you can do that. If you have big ribbon scissors, those are really great too. All right, so there. And then I want to put this through. So I'm going to put it through here, but I'm also going to make sure not to like tear the paper or mess up the paper. Good. All right, so now we got our ribbon in the middle, so that's good. And then we've got our pieces here. We know that we're gonna glue this over the middle, so I can put some glue here in the middle. And I don't have to worry about that piece of vellum like standing out or seeing the glue. And you can see a little, right, where I did that, but we've got a nice piece that's gonna block it, so that'll be great. And if I wanted to make it a little shorter, I could. I don't think I'm actually going to, and I could glue the ribbon down, which is fine. Just gonna put a little bit of glue under there. And then I'll also use some dimensionals. So we're gonna put some dimensionals here, and then we can kind of glue the ribbon edges down as well. So we've got that. And then nice. All right, and then I'm actually gonna pop this whole panel up on dimensionals as well. Because why not, right? It'll make it look super, super fancy. Make sure I've got my card on upside down, right side up. Because we've all put together a card upside down. So that's a really nice card. This isn't super feminine. Like this could work for masculine, for graduation, right? Like this isn't, you know, this could be for a birthday, right? And if you know, if you don't like having the tails that long, if you want to cut them a little bit shorter, you can. It doesn't bother me too much, but I will try and see. If I do not like that, I will trim it and see what happens. I have these bigger ribbon scissors that, oh man, that are not Stampin' Up. Well, now I've committed to doing this, so now I'm gonna have to figure out how to make it happen, right? So, all right, here we go. There we go. A little bit shorter. And because I'm like a weird lefty-righty, I don't know. I have a very strange, I can cut with right-hand scissors, but my relationship with them isn't as great as it could be. So, all right, we need a more pronounced of these. I'm gonna come a little lower. All right, there we go. Now that's cute. Yay. Okay, so that gives you card number 5. We've got a couple more little gifts, and I will see you back here for day 10. Thanks. See you soon. Bye-bye.